What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shout, and as always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing, OG Gangsta Wicked, a.k.a. Big Galaxy of Ghetto Mafia.
What's going on, big guy?
Hey, man.
Wish I had a joke for you today, but I ain't got one, but I'm going to start back next week.
Okay.
Because the people are calling for my jokes.
For your whack jokes.
They're not whack. They loving my jokes. You know what I'm saying? I have called out, I called Tip out.
Yeah.
I called K-Dub out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard a response. K-Dub actually said something to me, you know what I'm saying? He talking about it's on site when he see me with the jokes. So, you know what I'm saying?
The comedy sensei said it's on site?
He said it's on site. So we gonna see how that work out for him.
Man. So you about that comedy life now?
I'm about that life.
Okay. Nah, I mean, in real news, though, we were praying for Young Bleed last time he got in here, man. And since then, Young Bleed has passed away. First of all, I got to send my thoughts and prayers and condolences out to his family, because that's a real serious loss to hip-hop. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful to see, the flowers that were given to him, online across the board from a lot of people that loved on, Young Bleed and stuff like that. For you, working with him closely recently and stuff like that in the last few years, how did it impact you, man?
Yeah, well, I want to say the same thing that you said. Condolences to his mother. I know it's hard. I texted a couple of times that I love him when he was fighting, and she responded. We prayed. I haven't spoken to his 2 sons and his 3 daughters. Yeah. I didn't really have a relationship with them, but to them, if they are watching, I loved your dad. Condolences, and anything that you need, I'm here for it. Now with when I came in here last time, big guy, I was more talking about the fact that people had already was ready to write him off, saying that he had already passed. I was kind of upset seeing all the the fake love that was the fake outrage that a lot of artists get when they pass, and not just artists. I come from a black family where a person ain't seen you in 20 years, but be the one at the funeral with the big hat on. Oh Lord, falling out. I love Uncle Ray Ray, and all this other kind of mess. So I get how it is. Everybody wants to grandstand once someone passed. For people like myself, for people like his family, for people that's that was close to him, we sit back and seeing that it hurts. It hurts knowing that the guy, when I would talk to him, a lot of the things that he was going through, that I'm not going to say it's personal business, but that he was going through, that I would try to help him out with. A lot of things, that I was going through, he helped me out with. I want to sit here today, big guy, before I, get into just the passing itself, and tell people a story about how Young Bleed was. One, he was a very, very, very hard worker. People love my Balls on My Words CD. Yeah. Every song on there was a masterpiece. Yeah. I think it should go down as one of the greatest Southern hip hop albums of all time. When we're talking about all the great albums, the 8 Balls, the UGKs, the Outkast, and everybody, we need to start putting some respect on that album. Okay. That's the first thing. But I'm gonna tell you a funny story how Bleed was. And Bleed would hit me on this project that we've been working on. He would, if a track went to Bleed would knock it out first of all within 15 minutes. But a lot of times Bleed would do songs, and he would send stuff to me. So now we on a time difference, an hour. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, I get somebody blowing me up. Brr, brr, I have my phone on vibrate. Yeah. To make me roll in and see what's going on. It'd be Bleed. Yeah. So I said, man, what Bleed want? It's 5 o'clock in the goddamn morning. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll text me. Get up, Wick. I need to run side. But he don't talk like I talk. He talk like a real place, so smooth. Yeah. Get up, Wick. I got something I need to run by you. Yeah. So I finally called. I called, be like, yo, what's up, bruh? He be like, I sent 2 songs to your email. Did you check your email? I said, no, man, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I ain't checked the email. But yeah, check your email and tell me what you think about those 2 right there that I just sent you, you know, and what you think, and send it over to Pete, send it over to Kane. I was like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? So I wind up hanging up. I want to go back to sleep, but something would just be in my mind saying, listen to what, he don't woke you up, listen to what Bleed don't send you at 5 o'clock in the morning. Stay with me. So I'll listen to the songs. And every time I listen to it at 5 o'clock in the morning, it lifts my spirit.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, this is exactly what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
And by the time I would listen to both songs, I would call him back. He wouldn't answer the phone, right? So I text him.
Yeah.
I say, man, I heard both songs. You know what his reply would be?
What?
We get 5 o'clock in the morning, man. It's too early to be calling my phone. Man, go to sleep.
Bleed.
So I just wanted to, tell a funny story, because everybody telling sad stories, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What type of sense of humor that he had, but at the same time, it was about business.
That's right.
He wanted me to hear that song, and he would listen to what I say. What I say is 5 o'clock in the morning, bro. It's too early for this.
Yeah.
The mission was accomplished.
Yeah.
Then he throw it right back at me. Hey, man, it's too early, man. You don't heard the song, I want to talk about it now. Man, I'm an hour behind y'all, man. I'm in bed. So, but that's the kind of guy he was. He was very, very sharp.
Yeah.
But I miss him. I've been thinking about him a lot the last few days. Beehive, when we grow up, and I'm talking to all the people out here also. When we grow up, a lot of us have experienced people passing in our lives.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this last night. I have a cousin that just passed, Andre. Shout out to him. I have a cousin, Big Lester, passed. I can go on and on and on about people that have passed in my life.
Yeah.
Correct?
That's right.
And people that I have known since Sandbox.
Yeah.
But every time someone passes, it hits differently.
Yeah.
And it don't matter if they were your cousin, your uncle, your niece, your nephew. All of them kind of hit differently. They have their own little thing to them. There are people that have passed that I smile. Yeah. I say, you know what?
You in peace.
Finally, you're in peace. I knew you were hurting when you was here. Or I knew that this was blah, blah, blah. And I knew that you were at peace with it. Because, I've had friends that I'm ready to go when I'm ready. You understand what I'm saying? Man, my back killing me. Man, this cancer messing with me, or this, or blah, 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 hell, whatever. I lost my son, or I lost my daughter, or I lost my mother. So, that was my backbone. I'm ready to go. I'm cool. Don't pity for me. You understand what I'm saying? And then there's some that you meet in life, and you may not be in Sandbox with them. I wasn't a Sandbox child with, in playing the Sandbox with Bleed. But these past few years, I know them from the industry, but these past few years of being close with them, I sat there last night thinking to myself, here's a guy that I wish that I would have been Sandbox, with. I can only imagine the people that are close to him, the effect that he has on me, on Kane, on Pete, the four-way, the effect that he has on us. I can only imagine the kids and, mamas and aunts and uncles and best friends and people that grew up with him, because I'm affected by this more than a lot of people that I grew up with. That's what I was kind of trying to say. I felt like with Bleed, coming off the Verzuz, that he had so much that he was about to do, and not just musically. From talking to him, his faith, his wisdom, like I said, his ability to be able to disarm a gangster, to be able to put you at peace, to make you to let you know that what you're going through, Wick, what you're going through, people out there, it's okay. It ain't as bad as it could be. Let's be thankful for what you do have. And so I choose today to sit here and say I'm thankful for, even though I was going to come in here and put my glasses on, I could easily break down.
Yeah.
But I chose to come in here because of Bleed Words, to come here and say I'm thankful for what he did leave us.
Yeah.
All the great music that he left us. Not just that one CD. Bleed has made many, many CDs, all kinds of music. We got stuff together. He got stuff with people across the country. And I'm going to sit here today and just tell Bleed, and I know he's looking down and listening, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for impacting my life. Thank you.
I feel that.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, Wick, I mean, just the legacy of Bleed and stuff like that, man. I mean, what do you feel like the legacy is that he leaves behind for everybody to be able to cherish and love?
You know, I think that his legacy is. I think his legacy is gonna age well.
Yeah.
You know how people will say that certain artists or certain songs, they don't age well.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our greats that when I was young, you know, I loved Michael Jackson, I loved Prince, I loved all the main players, Whitney Houston and all them. But then, you know, as I got older,
mm-hmm.
you know, I said, you know what, Smokey Robinson, he was fire.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
New Edition was the greatest, you know, to me of all time.
Yeah.
You know, go back and listen to, you know, the Isley Brothers,
Yeah.
or go, you know, you understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I think that the Commodores, I think that his music and his wisdom is gonna age well, and when it all said and done, he'll have his rightful place on that throne. You know what I'm saying? Of greats.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to say to Big Guy was thank you to the city of Baton Rouge. Y'all raised a good one. You know, y'all. I'm looking in the camera. Y'all raised a good one, and I'm sure there's a lot of that mentality is throughout the city. You know, it was in him, and that comes from the city and your environment also. Yeah, we have a lot of. We can always say the bad stuff comes from the environment, but when you have a guy like him with as sharp as he was, that comes from a lot of people that, you know, from Baton Rouge. That come from a lot of people from New Orleans. That come from a lot of people from Louisiana, period.
Yeah.
So I want to say salute to, you know, Baton Rouge, to Louisiana, to the NO, you know what I'm saying, for raising that boy, you know what I'm saying, and him being able to step outside of that and bring that love and that wisdom to the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Like I said, we look at him here in Decatur as a second, you know, a second home.
Yeah.
You know how hoods are. It's very few guys behind or females that can transcend hoods to where you say, I don't care if he from Memphis. I don't care if he from LA. I don't care if he from Houston. I don't care if he from New York. You know, it feels like one of us.
He's our guy.
He's our guy. You understand? The music transcended it. He transcended it. When I listen, when you know, when 50 be trolling a lot of times, I say that's Decatur. You know, I be mad with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, 50, you should have said that shit. But it's Decatur. You know, Rose come back at him. That's Decatur. You know, Snoop, you know what I'm saying? You know, jumping in that 6th floor. I'm hitting the corners in a low, girl.
Come on,
this Decatur. You know what I'm saying? So, Scarface, you know, Bushwick Bill. You know what I'm saying? Pimp C, even though he said stuff about it, he spoke his mind. We all know everybody in the city of Atlanta gonna speak. The real niggas from the hood are gonna speak their mind in Atlanta. We come from the Shawty Lows and the T.I.s and the Jeezys and the Gucci's, and you know what I'm saying? That's gonna speak their mind.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He fits right into that. He was able to you know, disarm a whole city. And that's a legacy within itself, to be able to break through nationwide through all these hoods, man.
What was it like with y'all working on music, you know, over these last few years, man? Just that camaraderie and just being able to have another brother to be able to go in the studio and jam with.
Well, you know, he
do shows.
Yeah, and do shows with. If y'all come up to the Real Ghetto Mafia, I have unlimited footage. That I haven't even dropped yet. I don't drop 3 or 4, and that's nothing. Because we were doing shows promoting side to side. I got some big news that's coming with that record also. And we'll get into that later. But just, you know, he would he was down for the cause. Whatever it took to make it happen, to make his fans happy, no matter how big or small the event was. See, the difference in Bleed was than a lot of these rappers out here. How Bleed took the verses.
Yeah.
How serious he took that, how he left when he talked to me on the phone. Hey, Wick, I'm leaving 3 or 4 days early. We driving because anybody knows Bleed knows he don't like to fly.
Yeah.
And so I'm leaving 3, 4 days early. I'm gonna stop in here. I'm gonna stop in Texas. I'm gonna stop in Dallas. I'm gonna stop in here and make my way there. And I'm gonna get out here and talk to the people. That's the kind of person that he was.
Yeah.
But what I say that to say that he would take coming to the OG 90 Fest down here with us.
Yeah.
Coming to the video shoot that we just shot that I haven't released the video for. Coming to the side video overnight.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like on the spur of the moment, I say, hey man, the videographer said that, he going out of town for 2 weeks. We can either shoot it this Saturday. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
We shoot it this Saturday, or we gotta wait 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'll call you right back, Wick. I'll let you know when I'm on the road.
Yeah.
That's how sold out he was to the game and to his craft.
Yeah.
And to not let the people down.
Yeah.
That are working with him.
Yeah.
He would any show that we did or any video shoot or any appearance that we would do, he would always get up there and rap. It wasn't about, hey Wick, a lot of these guys sit back, man, there's people in here, man, how much can you give me to get up there and do this, to do that? And I think the reason why we bonded so hard is because I was the same way. I am. And anybody around the city knows me. I get up there and do indicator on the grind straight from the deck anywhere, whether it's for money or whether it's for nothing, just to get there, because I know there's people that come to these shows and they come to see me.
Yeah.
And so therefore I'm gonna leave them with something.
Yeah.
And that's how he was, and that's how Kane is from Yin Yang Twins.
Of course.
You can't make more money than all of us, but he still get up there for free and do a whole concert. Not one little song, not half a song.
Yeah.
That boy get up there and do a whole album, put on a whole show, and it ain't about money.
Yeah.
And same with Planet P. And I think that's how we all connected. Plus, we all connected spiritually.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's people that I have grown up with my entire life that I didn't connect with, spiritually like I did with Young Bleed.
Yeah.
He was able to tell me stuff and I would listen. I'm older than Bleed by a little bit, but I felt like his younger brother. And that's when you have something powerful. So I'm almost the same with you, big guy. I be telling you all the time, you're ahead of your time. Yeah. You're an old soul. That's what Young Bleed is. He's an old soul. Yeah. So even though I'm older than him, I would, when he would call, I would say, OG, that was some weird. He'd be like, man, don't call me OG. You my OG. He would always have to remind me I'm his OG. Yeah. But that's because, I would get lost in what he was saying to me, because he always said positive stuff and stuff to build me up and build up the situation that we was doing.
Exactly. Well, hey, man, I'm going to sit it right there. Are there any final thoughts that you want to share, anything, man?
Yeah, well, like I say, man, thank you for the music. I've been listening to Make It Better Than the Last Time, and that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I'm gonna do my part to keep his legacy alive, that, there are people around him that I know that are mourning. Hopefully these words will comfort you, that he touched so many people. He definitely touched me. Yeah. If there's anybody out there that that he did touch and you want to reach out to me, I'm at The Real Ghetto Mafia, and I'm down for the cause, man. And my last thing, I'm gonna leave it on this, man. Thank you, Young Bleed. Thank you.
Hey, man, thoughts and prayers with Young Bleed and his family right now as we speak. Beehive Radio, shout it. Big Galaxy. Holla at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.